Here, let's keep it. There's a height situation with all the Dutch boys here. You feel good? Try it.
I feel good.
Here we go.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Hoyt, and that box is full of 365 quote cards by different people. I give out one a day to a different person each day, and blog to tell about it. So that's what this presentation is on. 365 cards, 365 days, 365 different people. I once joked in a Facebook status update that I begin each day with a bowl of cereal, side of inquiry, and that's really not too far off. I pull a card out of the box, read it, number it, take a picture of it, and live it for the day. As the day goes on, I give it to the most appropriate person. Sometimes I have to make that situation happen on my own, and then type it up in a blog post. Sometimes the post ends up being more about the quote itself, sometimes more about the person that I gave it to, and other times it's just about the experience, what I learned from it. I chose Tumblr as my medium for this project because of its ease of uploading photos on the go, and it also organizes everything nicely by date and photo, so it's kind of like a little public diary, if you will, and I can reflect back on it and learn from it. I give a majority of my quote cards to yoga friends, patients, and coworkers. Yes, I'm a registered nurse, and Starbucks baristas. I drink a lot of coffee. So I'm going to tell you about some of my favorite quote cards and favorite people that I've given them to in the past. Kiss your life, accept it just as it is, today, now, so that those moments of happiness you're waiting for don't pass you by. This quote card was given to me by my best friend Natalie. It was the first quote card that I ever received, and I just felt so much love by getting a 2x4 sheet of paper with some words on it that I wanted to share that with people. Treasure this day and treasure yourself. Truly, neither will ever happen again. I gave this to my sister the day after she got engaged, and obviously, special day for her. She had an impromptu engagement party that she sent me a text message saying, I'm having a party, but don't feel like you have to come, but I didn't want you to feel left out. So she lives in Detroit, so of course I drove 2 hours and surprised her, and she cried. And now she's going to give out quote cards at her wedding, using them as place settings. So that's pretty cool because she gets to give out 150 in a day. Be humble, for you are made of the earth. Be noble, for you are made of the stars. I gave this to my friends Chris and Jason on the 1-year anniversary of Brewery Vivant opening. And I just thought it was super fitting because, it's humbling to see how far they've come in a year. On the first day, they only had a couple beers, cash only, no credit cards, not any food. And a year later, it's just an amazing establishment that obviously they should be proud of. And that's Jason up on the balcony giving a little toast at the 1-year anniversary party, which is also my husband's birthday, December 20th. If people sat outside and looked at the stars each night, I bet they'd live a lot differently. Funnily enough, I pulled this card out of the box the day after the first Pecha Kucha night, after hearing an amazing performance by Ricky. He's sitting up here in the front row. You'll see a picture of him in a second. He talked about his love of the night sky and astronomy, and I learned a lot from him about constellations and cool iPhone apps you can download to look at stars. And his presentation, like the point, was pretty much just look up, and so I take time to do that now. If I have been of service, if I have glimpsed more of nature and the essence of the ultimate good, if I have inspired to reach wider horizons of thought and action, if I'm at peace with myself, it has been a successful day. This was just some random day that I was out sitting by Reed's Lake and went and got a manicure, and I was talking to this old lady named Phyllis who I had just met, and she looked over and said, "Oh, I like your Michigan tattoo. You even have the Upper Peninsula," which I thought was pretty funny because 88-year-olds don't usually compliment people on their body ink, so Phyllis got the quote card without ruining my manicure. If we did all the things we were capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. Translation, if you can, you must. And this was actually day one, the first card that I gave out 140 days ago. And I gave it to my teacher, Carrie. She pretty much taught me this and helps me to live it every day. And she proved to be astounding when she taught her first yoga class the day the Funky Booty Yoga Hat House opened. So if you ever practice there, you might see the card propped up by the sound system. That's for me. Life is short, and we never have too much time for gladdening the hearts of those who are traveling the dark journey with us. Oh, be swift to love, make haste to be kind. I really didn't understand what this meant the day I gave it out. I read it like 100 times, and I thought it was kind of dark and depressing. But I gave it to this 10-year-old patient of mine who was crying before I even met her because she was scared she had to get an IV. And she had her iPad, so we were listening to Katy Perry Firework to get her through the whole situation, basically. And then when I was writing the blog post, I realized that that quote is like the same thing as the lyrics to Firework by Katy Perry. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. That's today's quote card, day 140, and it's pretty much my MO for the year and why I'm doing this, hence this presentation. I haven't given it out yet, so if anyone is eager for a quote card, come see me. And this is where I document truthandlove.tumblr.com, and you can read more about all my stories there. Thanks for listening.